So one morning I dropped by Fun CrossFit, getting ready to train. Class was just wrapping up. She was coaching, but then out of nowhere comes this beautiful woman here. The day after that, introduced herself. And I introduced myself as well. And then at the end of the training session, we were talking. We started talking. I told her, oh, my birthday's on July 4th. And she's like, oh, no, American Independence Day, haha, but you're not American. And then she's like, birthday is on Mother's Day this year. And I'm like, oh, so are you a mom? And then she like kind of like, well, that's a strange question. Yes, I am a mom. I'm a single mom. And I'm like, well, I just went through a breakup myself. So, right then and there, I just in that short sort of like conversation I was having with her, I began feeling traction. I just felt that this person, I connected with this person instantly. But I remember that night, I just couldn't sleep because I was like so excited to see her on the Monday. It was a really strange experience, a really surreal experience. Like I don't think I've ever I'm like so excited to see this person that I actually can't fall asleep. But it was strange because she's like talking to her class. She's like, oh, okay guys, get ready, blah, blah, blah. And then she kind of like walks up to me and she's like, oh, hey, how's it going? We'll continue talking later, okay? And then she like goes back. So something like visibly was different about the way we were interacting now. She walks over to me. And she's like, so what are you doing today? What's your schedule like? I'm like, oh, I'm going training. I'm going to do research and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, oh, well, that's a shame because I thought maybe we should go for coffee sometime. And right away, I'm like, oh, no, I'm not busy anymore. My schedule is all free. We're good to go.
Suddenly having a child, feeling like I just don't have my body anymore. It's like this other thing that I'm in. And then he was just like, no, I love this about you. I love that about you. And then all of a sudden he started getting really awkward. He was like, and I love you. And I was like, huh? And I didn't know what to do. So all I could think of was to lean in and kiss him because I didn't know what to say. I was just like, well, I wasn't ready to quite say I love you back. So I was just like, I guess I should just kiss him, do something, So that was the first time he said, I love you.
I just wanted to let her know, despite all of that, I love you just the way you are. And then she was like, did you just say the word, The proposal happened over the phone. She fired the first shot. She asked me out to go for coffee.
And I always get my own door. So, because I'm always too fast, so I would go and open my door. She's like, oh, you never let me open your door for you.
She is shopping for clothes at Uniqlo. And I'm on the phone with her. I'm lying down on my couch in my apartment in Los Angeles. Once again, we get on this topic of, her beating me to the punch when it came to asking, to go for coffee and stuff like that. And then she made a joke well, looks like I beat you to the punch again because, I sent you that Instagram ad. So it's like she's proposing to me. And then I was like, oh, no, we're not going to do this again. You're not going to beat me to the punch. And then, again, it was one of those things, I don't know what compelled me to do this, but I was like, oh my God, I don't even remember how I said it or what I said. It was just like a blur. But I just basically said, Catherine, will you marry me and will you let me be a father to Scarlett? Scarlett, there was one moment that I distinctively remember. It's when I first met Scarlett. Getting out of the MRT, we're in the elevator, we're going up, and Scarlett's in her little stroller, and Kat and I are sort of, very close together, and we look at each other and we exchange, a fairly long kiss. And then we realized that Scarlett was looking at us, and she's turned around like this, and she was like, whoa! There was a moment where I held her hand, like she kind of gave me her hand to hold, and I was like kind of watching her while something kind of sort of came over me and was like, you know what, like you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good at this. So don't worry. She's such an amazing little girl. She's so full of like, sorry. I guess, you know, some people can't have children, some people, and I'm just, you know, I've just been blessed with a child. Like literally, she just fell on my lap and I get to be her dad. And it's a huge honor, and luckily I have just an amazing teacher, an amazing mentor. You know, Catherine has been so patient with me, and she's been so good at teaching me how to raise her and how to be a dad. And with Scarlett, she's constantly like, you know, like like she's always trying to like look at me doing this, or look at that, and I'm like our bond is really like solidified now. And you know, I went to Los Angeles just recently for like 2 weeks. And you know, I was afraid that I would come back and she would like, you know, not remember me, because like every time I would come back from a trip, she'd be like who is this person? But this time though, like this time she was like very much like super excited to see me. And sometimes like, you know, people are like, so does she call you dad? It's like, well, what else is she supposed to call me? You know, of course she calls me dad, and you know, I'm her dad, period. There's not a bone in my body, there's not a fiber in my being that would ever say, oh well, she's technically not mine. It's like, no, she's mine. She's mine.
Before you and everyone, and before God, I vow to be your life partner who will honor and respect you, love and support you not only in how I see fit, but in the way that you need me to be a part of a team, a unit, and no longer alone.
But above all, I vow to love, support, and cherish you and our family. I vow to cherish, love, and support you and our family till our bodies wither away, till death do us part, till our time here is up. Catherine Tsai, Scarlett, I love you. There we go. I love you. I love you both. I can't express, words can't really express what this represents for me right now.